Born in October 1880, Paul Hausser hailed from a military family in Prussia. Thanks to this military influence, he soon joined the military in an attempt to be a high-ranking official. In the late 90s, Hausser completed his graduation from the military academy in Berlin, and the same year, he attained the position of lieutenant in the Infantry Division, 155. Thanks to his strong presence and performance, he got an opportunity to serve during World War I until the day he retired, in 1932. Following their retirement, Hausser decided to join the German Veteran Association at Stahhelm. He worked here for a specific period after which was ranked as a delegate on a regional level from the Brandenburg Länder. During this time, he was also contacted by the SA and subsequently the SS unit of Germany, who wanted to make him a resourceful ally. They contacted him to make him the instructor and primary supervisor of the SS schools in Brunswick. After serving there for a short period, he joined the Polish invasion in 1939, acting as the primary observer for the SS unit as well as the Wehrmacht joint. Over time, this came to be known 2nd Division of the SS, also popularly called the Das Reich. Here he led the French campaign in 1940 and for a brief time, he also served the Russian front. During his tenure at the Russian front, the German army was leading the Operation of Barbarossa. Unfortunately, the battle proved fatal for Hausser, who lost an eye because of it. In this video, we will attempt to learn more about Paul Hausser, his early life, his military career, and subsequently his death. As always, if you want more videos as this one, help this channel with your likes and comments. Early life and career. As you probably know at this point, Hausser had a solid military background because he was born to an influential family with military background in Prussia. At that point, his father Kurt Hausser served as the primary major of the German Imperial Group of Army men. Paul joined the army fairly early in 1892. Following that, he completed his graduation in 1899. The same year, he was also ranked lieutenant, following which he joined the 155th Infantry Department, which, at the period, was stationed at Posen. In the next 4 years, he was assigned the role of adjutant of the 2nd Battalion of the regiment. Interestingly, Hausser managed to retain this period for a fairly long period of 5 years. It is worth noting at this point that Hausser gained immediate attention for his exceptional military skills. During his time in the army, he spent ample time to hone these skills, and because of his military talents, he was sent to attend the military academy at Prussia, in Berlin in the early 90s. He finally graduated in 1911. After 1 year, he joined World War I and served in multiple military roles and assignments. Over time, he gained even more popularity for his heroic and strategic feats, and within 1927, he was assigned the role of a colonel. In 1931, he rose to the ranks once again and was promoted to the position of Major General. As mentioned in our introduction, he soon retired within 1932, and during the time of retirement, he was ranked Lieutenant General. Following his retirement, he participated in the right-wing efforts of the First World War, which involved a group of veterans from Stahhelm. The group was later taken into SA, and subsequently the SS. By the mid-1930s, Hausser was moved to the Braunschweig, where he served a titular role. Within just 1 year, he was made the inspector of a SS department, and in 1936, he was assigned the role of the Brigade Führer. Role in the Second World War. Hausser completed several brave missions during the Second World War. However, the entire sequence of events starts from his participation in the Polish campaign of 1939. At this point, he was serving the role of an observer, where he monitored a part of the Panzer unit and a part of the SS division located in Kempf. In 1939, Hausser was set to command the newly developed infantry division that specialized in its motorization skills. Eventually, he led the same division, which was later renamed as Das Reich. He participated in the French campaign during the 1940s and also played a crucial role during the first few stages of the Barbarossa operation. Because of his exemplary performance before the Russian troops, Hausser won the Knight's Cross, which is an extremely prestigious award. As part of this ceremony, he received the Iron Cross, and within just 2 years he was also celebrated with the Oak Leaves. This was commemorating his exemplary moves in Normandy, where we also suffered major wounds. After a point, it even caused him to lose one eye. Following his recovery, he was assigned the role of commander for the recently formed unit of the Panzer Corps. But while the troop followed his orders, he stood up front against Hitler by withdrawing his entire unit from the crucial encirclement of Kharkiv. In 1943, he successfully recaptured the area and also led the first 3 SS divisions during the German war in Kursk. Following the battle, the entire Panzer Division was shuffled and some of them were combined with the 9th and 10th units of the SS. The troops were collectively moved to Italy, after which they were stationed in France. Here, Commander Hausser strategically planned and asked them to initiate the first few stages of the famous Normandy campaign. When the commander of the crucial 7th Army died, he received another promotion where he had complete control over the 7th Army. It is important to note that Friedrich Dahlmann had previously led this army and Hausser couldn't control it earlier due to the immense power and influence of Dahlmann. When the encirclement took place at Falaise, Hausser bravely stood up front and never left his troops alone. However, this led to a fatal accident as the opponents immediately shot him in the jaw area. Following this, he received a couple of other promotions and finally served as the commander of Group G. He served this position valiantly until 1945 when he decided to end the war. During the Nuremberg trials, he was known for constantly and vehemently defending the military position of the SS unit. Here he also straightaway denied any involvement with war crime, though many have provided conclusive evidence against the same. Personal life. On 9 August, Hausser had an intimate wedding with his fiancée, Elizabeth Gerard. The couple had a daughter called Frieda and she soon relocated to Australia following the war. In 1954, she was living in Australia after marrying Gustav Adolf Wiemann. Literary feats. Following his military career, Hausser took the role of writing memoirs. One of his most remarkable works was Waffen-SS im Einsatz, which simply translates to the SS unit being in action. The book was published by a publisher that had strong affiliations with right-wing party leaders. The book mainly served as an endorsement for the brave feats of the SS troops. Here, he also calls the SS the truest manifestation of European military prowess. Throughout the book, Hausser recounted how Waffen-SS evolved and retained the role of leading global ally. His global volunteers were often known for their heroic feats and he kept emphasizing his opinions throughout the book. Naturally, the book didn't go well with the historians of the time who branded it as yet another propaganda material from the Nazi forces. However, his memoir was later retained for its historic value. Alternatively, the book was also a part of the list that included all objectionable and offensive books on war. This list and directory were directly maintained by the German Federal Unit and it was established in the 1960s, to limit the dissemination and popularity of similar works laden with racism and fanaticism of the war. Hausser's book was especially criticized for constantly glorifying violence. However, the harsh criticism of his first book had little to no impact on Hausser, who then went to publish another title which goes by the English name Soldiers Like Any Other. As per the reports and detailed analysis of several historians, this book emphasizes how the SS leaders wanted to commemorate the unit. Others, however, criticize it for the same disturbing text and narrative that it was initially called out for. Historian Charles Sydnor had a different view about these books. According to him, both Hausser's book, as well as the books written by other members of the HIAC, are the most crucial elements of apologist literature. Most of these books demanded proper rehabilitation of the former Nazi military troops and often presented the SS unit as victims and heroes who are truly misunderstood. Death. Until his death, Hausser undertook several literary projects and continued to reattest the fact the SS unit was completely unaware of the war crimes committed by Hitler and his other internal troops. However, almost the entirety of his works has been dismissed by historians for their grandiloquence on the subject of war and sheer misinformation to the masses. At the age of 92, Hausser finally died in his hometown. To end this video, remember, if you want more videos as this one, help this channel with your likes and comments.